All right, so we got the rack finally moved over here. I'm gonna kind of go through some of the things. Obviously, we still got a couple boxes down here that I need to reorganize, but for the most part, we got the rack out. I marked where I want the rack and tank from the inside to be out here. But a lot of these, I'm gonna figure out what I need to keep and what I don't want. And then I'm going to reorganize a lot of the stuff. So most of the stuff is kind of organized. So for example, we had a bunch of the driftwood that sat on like 2 of the racks. I was able to fit all of it down here. Obviously we had the display one and I kept a couple more over there on that rack. So I actually bought a new rack on that corner over there just to have a little bit more room to store stuff. But it seems like, you know, things are slowly coming together. I'm able to use a lot of stuff. I'm going to reorganize a lot of this stuff because we have a lot of room over there. Just to have a little bit of room to play with up top. I'm gonna probably reorganize a bunch of the medicine here, reorganize those shelves to try to fit in a little bit more stuff in there. But I really like it where all the driftwood's down here. I moved the rocks that used to sit down there under these 2 racks here. So all the rocks that I have are in here. This is a trash bag for the debris and stuff that's floating around. This rack right here is going to be my tool rack. Still needs to be organized, but the bigger tools are on top. We have like pliers and stuff like that, as you can see here. All that. We got a bunch of the wrenches. I have more tools inside and in those boxes over there. I'm gonna reorganize. This I need to reorganize, but these are like the buckets. So there's gonna be all the screws. And the very bottom is like the bug sprays and stuff like that. I think you saw in the previous video. But the other rack that I was able to move across was this one here. So all my spare tanks that I'm not using, so my sump, my extra tanks, possibly selling or whatever, is gonna sit here. This rack right here is going to be kind of the tool. It's probably better than this side here, but so this here is gonna be all the tools, so things that I use for aquariums, kind of frequently, kind of not frequently. But I have them over here. This rack here is going to be my food area. I kind of figured I want to have it centralized somewhere in the middle so I can go ahead and feed, you know, this rack and then eventually the other rack over here. So all the food's going to sit there, and then the rocks are down there. So these are extra rocks that I need to figure out. My fishing gear, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to hang these guys. I'm probably either hang them along that wall over there or somewhere. Probably that's going to be the best, somewhere along there. I'm gonna probably hang these 2 rods and the other rod there. And then over here in this rack is going to be my test kit area, I guess. So aquarium test kit. This is kind of like my shipping stuff with air tubes. This one here, I need to figure out what I want to do, but this is like my extra heaters, pumps. I have a bunch of other pumps on the floor there that I need to move over. And the very bottom, for now, is just keeping my extra UV and my extra pump. Those 2 I'm going to use in the new tank, the big tank inside for next year. So this is going to be all cleaned up. So I need to figure out what I want to put down there, or I'm going to go ahead and pull it out right now, put something in there for the time being. So yeah, I'm really happy to see it, you know, slowly, finally coming together here. I still have, like I said, a bunch of these boxes I need to reorganize. I'm going to go through all of these boxes, figure out what I want, figure a way to like store them in here and, you know, keep them all organized. So like, for example, I have a bunch of like extra PVC pipes, a bunch of like extra like, you know, electricals. We got piping over there, piping. Like a lot of these could probably end up staying in the same box. And I may, you know, end up putting it over there in the IKEA, just kind of pushing against the wall. I'm gonna organize this a little bit better. This is gonna be my shipping box area. I'm gonna kind of just shove everything there and then, you know, make a little bit more room in this side here. But yeah, I'm liking it so far. And then like this area, big area here, is going to be where the trash cans are gonna sit. So like where the tripod is, and this is gonna be kind of shoved over, but that's not gonna be there. The tripod's not gonna be there. There's gonna be 2 trash cans there. So it's gonna sit there. And slowly I can get a bunch of walkway through here. It's gonna be awesome, a bunch. And slowly I'm gonna be able to move all this stuff here somewhere and be able to walk along here and I'll walk along there. It's gonna be so nice to be able to do that. So in addition to organizing the garage, I've also been shopping around and looking for deals to buy parts for the new tank. So I got into new max spec pumps here. These are the X350 dual. So there's 2 of them. And I'm just going to quickly test the parts to make sure they work, just because I'm not going to be using these anytime soon. Just want to make sure everything works before, you know, I put it into storage, you know, pull them out next year or whatever. But so far from just looking at it and opening it up, it looks like high quality stuff. The only other max spec products, the only other max spec product I've had was LEDs, and those LEDs were amazing. These were like my original LEDs I went with the 125 I had a long time ago. I really like them, and actually, those same LEDs are now in my dad's tank. Uh, so with these pumps here, the magnet is just crazy, crazy strong. It sticks to the glass like insane. The pump itself is super strong. Like I only had it at like 20% or so, or 40%, and it's just like blown everything away. So yeah, there's really not much else going on with the tanks. I'm just doing normal maintenance on the 54-gallon tank here. The new fish are really, really acclimated now to the tank. They are eating like crazy. I'm just doing a quick water change and scraping the front glass panel so that we can actually see the fish and some of the anemones. But I hope you guys enjoyed this week's update. If you guys aren't subscribed yet, make sure you guys subscribe. And like always, until next time, guys, peace.